here's some things, and we're going to look at some recruiting stuff in a minute. Burge has got some guys he wants to talk about. I got a few. First here, the biggest news on the page, it went to over 700 likes on our page. And guys, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, again, thank you for coming by. Subscribe to our channel. Help us hit 500. If we can get 500 by the 1st of April, we can add super chats and start doing a lot of cool things of ways for you to be able to help us, to help you, to keep bringing you college news at its best and without politics and yum and rehearsed BS. So thank you guys for all coming by. And like I said, that posting got over, it's working on 800 now. It may have done went over 800. And the post was about Cadillac taking the running back coaching job at the Raiders.
Yeah, I saw where somebody said they didn't think that'd work out because he's a recruiter.
I don't know. I hope he does great. I like Cadillac.
Yeah, and I don't know. I've heard stories about what went down at Auburn. Obviously, we're not going to discuss that. But I mean, it's time. But I think he was a good coach. Not just a recruiter.
No, yeah, he held the glue. He was the glue that held Auburn together while they're in the midst of coaching problems.
Right.
And if all that was true of him having rooms for ladies, would the Raiders take a chance? I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know how that.
I mean, he just got a job making a lot of money. He's a running back coach at a pro football team.
Yeah.
That's not
who has an Alabama back.
Yes,
weird, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah, Jacobs is good. He does good there. So I just want to bring that up because it's that was the hottest topic on our page. That was number one hot topic. It's going to probably be over 1,000. I've had a lot of comments, and I asked some questions on there. You know, just try to bring up, hey, what do you think about the allegations, or what do you guys know? I mean, there's 800 people coming across. I'm sure somebody knows something.
Well, it's like that, and we won't get into that. But I'm hearing 6 million different stories about Eli Gold.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I've heard it was all the university and they done him wrong. And then there's another faction that's saying he went in there and did this and that. He wanted his full-time job back, and they didn't want to do that to Stewart.
Right.
They offered him that you could still do home games.
That's right.
So who knows?
Well,
will we ever know the truth?
Well, here's from reading about 4 different articles. I put it together that morning, and here's what we know. Last year he was cut. We're talking about Eli Gold, announced that Alabama is leaving the university, kind of being a prick about it. That he's born and raised up in New York, and that's no shot at anybody from the North, because I knew of some guys from New York that were super nice people. But he's got a little bit of that swag to him, I guess.
Yeah.
And
That's
whatever.
What's
disappointing about all this is we know this for a fact first. First off, we know that he was cut the travel games last year. Then the year before, we know that he had been sick, and we do know that the university took care of him and continued to pay him. His salary was $120,000 a year from Alabama.
Right.
Now, coming into this year, new contracts, new talks. Stewart had already been coming in and doing the games. People like him. And if you know Stewart, he is Alabama blue through and through. I've watched him do Tider and Cider and news at Alabama at the university for years. This is not some guy off the street that just kind of wandered up there. This Stewart is Alabama. So they want to go with him full time and bring him, because he's already been there and been around. He did call the SEC title game, and he did call the Rose Bowl. Eli did not.
Right.
Because these are facts. This is what we know. Now, his contract was coming up. We know that. Now, the rest of this is just from things I've gathered together in me being a lawyer. I'm not really a lawyer, but I've seen one on TV. So I don't know. I've watched
Holiday Inn.
Yeah, I watched the
Holiday Inn Express.
The Criminal Minds or Law and Order. I watched it.
Barba's good.
So I watched that, so I can tell you that I know. I'm kidding. But he won a new contract. He won a little more money. The Cats had offered him already probably close to $1 million to call their games. It's an arena league in Nashville.
$1 million. Close
to $1 million. Because so to move from 120,000 to 720,000, that's a huge jump. And if they can pay him that, then hats off to him. And I don't have a problem with him leaving. And we appreciate Eli Gold for all that he's done at the university.
He was great
for the past 35 years or so. So after that, he was proposed with this idea. Okay, we can't pay you that much. We're just not going to do that. And with you being 70, I mean, probably not goes without saying, we probably don't want to invest a lot of money in a 70-year-old that's just been sick. I wouldn't. Nothing against him. Right. But, I mean, we must be business smart here, and you just can't be emotional and just react on emotion. Say he wants $250,000, just pay him and we'll just keep him here. You can't do that, and it has nothing to do with the board. So please, all those fans, get off of that.
Yeah, I heard
that has
the board
nothing to do with it. Zero. Promise you.
I don't know why he would care.
No, he's trying to recruit players. That's his job. Win football games. He could care less who's on the radio, because who's listening to the radio anyway? One.
Yeah. Well, they just liked his voice, and a lot of people would put it on. I personally didn't. But either. A lot of people would put him on, and I loved him. I did.
Yeah, sure. We don't got nothing against him. He was a big voice for NASCAR for years.
But do you think that they were just going to keep him on anyway?
No, he was going to be back to the same thing.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
They didn't change. They wasn't firing him.
No, they wanted to keep. He wanted more time. Okay. He said, "Well, I want more money, so therefore that would mean I would need to go more time. So I'd have to start traveling away games." They're like, "Well, we've done brought Stewart in, and we're kind of ready to move on, but you can stay." And two, this part is also fact. We're going to let you stay on here, call the 8A game. We'll do a big ceremony, bring you out before the game, make a plaque, do something nice, because we appreciate you here. He declined. What a freaking butthole to deny the fans. The fans are taking up for this butthole, and then him decline. And why he didn't, it was he wanted to do it all, or he wasn't going to do nothing. So
that's what I figured. I've put it together. At first, I was upset.
He walked away, denying the fans do the 8-day game. So the heck with him, dude. Who cares?
So they weren't going to take home. So y'all neither one.
Right.
Well, y'all don't think. Well, they got to have a replacement at some point, because let's just face it, Eli's not going to live forever.
He's 70. Like Coach Saban is 72. People chill out. Saban retired. He's 72.
Well, the average age of life expectancy is 78.
Can Saban go ride the pontoon and play some golf? Leave him alone. I'm okay with Saban retiring. Did I like it? Not really, but one day it's going to happen, and it just happened to be this year. We lost Eli Gold.
But we
lost Rick and Bubba. The state of Alabama is falling apart. And people are wigging out, and they're starting to go buy cans of Spam.
We're just going to combine with Georgia and just make it one big state.
Be called Georgia. Jabama. We're going to combine the states. There's no more Rick and Bubba. Eli Gold is going up Nashville, and Saban is gone.
I don't know. I don't know that I would. Oh, gosh. I'll just be honest with you. $720,000 to call Nashville Cats football, or 100. I know y'all gonna be like, you're stupid, or 120,000 to call Alabama. I think I stay at Alabama. Nashville Cats.
It's an arena league.
How long is that even gonna last?
I don't know. See, he's from. I'm with you.
I don't.
The problem I had for this is I was okay and just kind of like, well, we appreciate his time. What really peed me off when what Bird said, he denied.
He just got mad at him. I'm like you. I think he just asked for it all back.
Aaron said if Feinbaum retires, we right.
I don't think
Dean hates Feinbaum now.
You don't like Paul?
I've gotten to where I like him a little.
Most people don't. But a lot of people here don't.
I used to couldn't stand him. That time he said that Oregon couldn't beat Mississippi State.
He does it for the reaction that you're giving.
I was on the phone. I had to wait.
I love to hear Diamond Dean.
It was the year that Oregon nearly beat Auburn. It was the year Oregon nearly beat Auburn. I mean, if you got that play from the Auburn running back that shouldn't, I mean, it should have counted, but how often does that happen where the Oregon players thought they tackled him?
Yes.
They don't win that game.
Oregon couldn't beat Mississippi State.
Yeah. Oh, gosh, I was mad.
He done it just for that because he gets a reaction. That's why a lot of people, that's what we have to remember as media people. Crane and Company, I watched him religiously. And J-Boy has been around a long time. I've watched him for years. He'll say stuff just to get a reaction. I don't do that because I'm not I don't.
It's shock. It's almost like shock radio.
I don't kind of do that. I may do it with a title, like the thumbnail for this is Who's Next.
Right.
And we're insinuating, are we insinuating who's getting fired next? Or are we insinuating who's going to be the big winner next? So, Eli Gold, peace and love and chicken grease to you. Thanks for your time, but you can kick rocks, kid. You dump on the A-Day game and deny it because you get all or nothing. I don't got no use for that, and that's how it is. And I was born in Alabama, and that's how I am.
I don't think they
I don't care. I didn't care when I heard it. I was like,
I couldn't believe it.
I was like, well, okay, Eli Gold's moving on. Stewart's there, and he's great. And then I started reading more and more. Then it was like, well, why would he do that? Like, all or nothing. Like, we're going to make a ceremony for the freaking butthole, and the guy's going to just step out. Well, I just call all of them, or I won't even go to the A-Day game. We'll leave then, guy. Go get you freaking.
So what was Stewart? He was just
Fruschnick and Fubugger treats over here. Hey, forget about it. Are you talking to me over here?
Oh, well, who's the color guy? What's John Parker Wilson think about it? I heard they were close.
Yeah,
Is it Tyler Watts or? See, I don't even know who the play-by-play guy. Phil Savage.
Listen to the radio. This just proves, guys, nobody listens to the stupid radio in their car. This is not 1990. We got big TVs with 5 different ESPN channels. Nobody's listening. Nobody cares Eli Gold's gone, really.
I'd take it. I wish I could be their play-by-play.
If you do, say that you really are. You're either just being clickbait and trying to stir something, just to put something out there to get a reaction. And we made Birdson mad about it. He's left. Then you can't. You can't just say that you're going to just riot the team. We're going to protest the football team because the radio guy.
Well, we don't know the whole story. Now, if they come out and said, "Look, we don't care if he's sick. We don't care if he's great. We want to move on from him," that I could see that getting some.
He said something aggressive on the air. He said. He dropped a controversial, stereotypical word or something. Yes, okay. But just to say, we're comfortable where you're at calling home games. We would love for you to call the A-Day game this year. We're excited about A-Day. Well, my contract's coming up, and you know what? I've got this offer from another team that's going to make a little more money. Y'all need to step it up and I need a bigger bag. Well, where'd this come from, Eli? I mean, we pay you pretty good. You had sick, had cancer, and I think we take care of you and your family, and we put you up here. We're still going to give you box seats. They still give him seats to come to any game he wants to come to. I'm just not.
Who's y'all's play-by-play guy, Benton?
Scott Howard, I believe.
Now, who was the one that was so famous, like Gold? Munson?
Stepped on with a hobnail boot.
Now, did he retire on his own terms?
I'm trying to think.
That's so long ago.
Yeah.
I know Kentucky basketball had a famous one, about like Gold, and he quit on his own.
But why would Georgia or Auburn fans be up in arms about Eli Gold leaving?
Well, they just want to think that the university just called him in and said, "We have no use for you anymore."
You're right.
As a Georgia fan, I got tired of hearing touchdown Alabama.
Oh, he is a good NASCAR guy. Ain't no telling how much money he makes. I mean,
sure. Yeah. But if you're from another team, and not everybody, but I've seen a lot of people comment on what I'd shared, and I know they're fans of the other team. They just want to create this dream world that Alabama's falling apart. They're sick of them winning. They're sick of it.
I even put something when I first heard.
They want the university to burn down. Barry Bryant's dead and his bones and digging them up. Saban's gone and y'all need to move. People are sick of Alabama.
Well, I read the comments and I didn't think a lot. Some of them were until they got the whole story, but there's two sides to every story.
And I waited.
Unfortunately.
I've learned through. And through doing politics when Obama came in office, I learned then. And then I started doing youth stuff at church, and I had to start studying other Bibles of other religions. I learned then, don't say nothing at first. Read the other side first and then make a comment, even if you comment at all. If I'm good at anything, I've been a lot better at that in the past 15, 20 years of my life.
Well,
them go quit. I tell you what, that's about Alabama.
Them firing
like gold. It sucks.
Them just coming and telling him we're not renewing you. And I put this on Facebook the other day. It might have got 3 likes. But I heard this quote: "If things don't add up, quit adding and subtract the truth." That don't make no sense for them to just say, "Contract time, Eli, you're done.
Yeah, we'll see, buddy. We're moving on.
That don't make no sense.
But we're going to let you do the A-Day game. They was going to let him do the same thing, and he could have called A-Day, and he said, I want to do the whole season and be back at my top.
You know, that's
area.
really, I don't know if y'all know this, and if y'all can do it, that's what I want to do. But I don't have no qualifications for it. I would love to be a color guy or a play-by-play guy. What do you think, Bent?
I'm dabbling into it. Me and Paul Kevin are doing Stuga games this year.
I don't know if I would want to do I think I'd rather be the color guy. I don't know if I would want to be the play-by, because you got to be on if you play-by-play now.
I'm a color guy. I'm going to add and talk about the kid or mention something about a story about him, burning down a tent in Boy Scouts one day. Tell you what, he's on fire tonight, just like he was that night he burnt down a tent in the Boy Scout meeting. Yeah. That's me.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to be a Tony Romo color guy to where they saying that. And I thought he did too. He talked too much.